Welcome to the Deep Dive Daily, serious scholarship, lasting understanding.
Hello, I'm Ron Rhodes. Today we pull back the curtain on a secret the early church guarded with their lives. Here's something that will surprise you. Today we teach the Lord's Prayer to children. We print it on coffee mugs and hang it on walls. But in the early church, this prayer was a closely guarded secret. Scholar Joachim Jeremias documents what was called the Disciplina Arcani, the discipline of the secret. If you weren't baptized, you didn't get to learn this prayer. Period. New believers went through months, sometimes years, of preparation. They learned the scriptures. They memorized the creed. They studied the 10 Commandments. But the Lord's Prayer? That came last, in the final weeks before baptism. Only after they went under the water and came up as full members of God's family could they join in praying these words. After baptism, the Lord's Prayer became part of the communion liturgy, prayed just before receiving the bread and wine. The ancient liturgies still carry this reverence. In the Eastern Church, the priest prays, "Make us worthy, O Lord, that we may make bold to call you Father." In the Western Church, the Latin phrase was audamus dicere, "we dare to say." They trembled at these words. But why such secrecy? Because this prayer was dangerous. When you pray, "Our Father," you're declaring that Caesar is not your ultimate father. When you pray, "Your kingdom come," you're announcing that Rome's kingdom must give way. In a world where the emperor demanded worship, every line of this prayer was an act of quiet rebellion. Imagine that moment. You've waited months, maybe years. You've studied, you've prepared, you've counted the cost. Now you rise from the baptismal waters, and for the first time in your life, you're allowed to pray these words with God's people. Our Father. It meant something. We've lost that reverence. We rattle off these words without thinking, like a religious password. But the early church knew better. This prayer isn't small talk with the Almighty. It's a declaration of allegiance, a pledge of loyalty to a kingdom that outlasts every empire. Do you pray it like you mean it?
The Deep Dive Daily, serious scholarship for serious students of God's Word.